Yo, what up, my name is Derek, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to make passive income just by literally turning on your computer. Now, if you don't have a computer, you can use this on your Android device, or if you have Linux, or if you want to run it in the background on like a Raspberry Pi or stuff like that, you can also do that as well. If you don't know what any of the other stuff that I said is, don't worry about it. You can look it up if you want to. But I'm just going to talk about how this works and how you can essentially make a decent amount of money from this. And I'm going to recommend that you use this to pay off maybe like small subscription based things. So if you pay for like Spotify every single month, or if you pay for things like um, Discord Nitro, or just like small pay, like subscriptions to specific services, I would say use this for that just because you're not going to make a ton of money off of this unless you have multiple devices running it, multiple IPs, and a multiple bunch of like applications is running as well of these. So let's just talk about what they are. So there's three applications. There's more, but these are the three that I've used in the past, or I'm currently using, and I've had a success with them. And the three websites are Earnapp, Speedshare, and Traffic Monetizer. Okay. Now, some of you will be like, well, what are these applications? What do they do? Well, essentially, what they do is they are a traffic or a bandwidth sharing service. So you turn your computer on, and your computer is connected to the internet. And so what happens is over time, it will essentially use your computer or your IP, your internet connection, as a proxy. So if you've ever bought a proxy from any of the major websites that are out there that have proxies that are proxy services, and they have a residential IP, that's essentially what you are. You are essentially the residential IP. So you are essentially selling your IP address to these other companies. Now, some people will probably come in here and be like, well, that's going to ruin your IP score, right? If you don't know what an IP score is, essentially it is a score that is based on your IP to see how good your IP is to like the naked eye, or not, shouldn't say the naked eye, but to like certain companies or certain web addresses. And most of the time, it should either be 0 or like 20. But if it's over like 60 or 70 or 80, it's really bad. Now, if you don't know how to check this, just look up IPQS on your browser. I'm not going to do it because it shows a lot of information that I don't want to share. So, but essentially, you look that up and you do a proxy detection type check, and then it'll tell you it. Now, if your score is super high for a period of time, if you stop running one of these programs for like a month or two, the number will go down. So keep that in mind. Or what you can do is you can contact your ISP to actually switch your IP, get a new IP. You might have to pay for that though, like $5 to $10 fee or something like that. But or what you can do is you can go to your router and change the or not the malware, change um, the MAC address that will sometimes change your IP. Not always, but it sometimes can. Or you can just create a stack IP. There's a bunch of methods. You can look those up yourself. But essentially, what you want to do is go to each one of these websites, go to the download section. Now, you're not going to find the download. Well, you can search right here. So you have Windows. You just click on the Windows download, and once it's downloaded, it'll show up on the bottom right here. All you have to do is click on it, and then you'll have to log in on the application, and then it will start working. Now, I would say Earnapp is the best one to use out of all of these. The traffic is way better. The amount of money you get paid per like how much traffic you sell is also the best. So keep that in mind. Now, I'm not going to show you my transactions, but you can see my lifetime earnings right here is about $111. And I would say that I get probably a withdrawal every like 3, 4, 5 days, I would say, and it's about $2.60. You can set up auto redeem. I turned it off for now just so I could show you guys this, but you just set up auto redeem. You put your PayPal in, or if you want an Amazon gift card, you can do that as well. But I would just do PayPal because with the Amazon gift card, I think it's $10 minimum. With the PayPal, it's like a 260 or $3 minimum or something like that. So keep that in mind, or you can just redeem your own whenever you want to redeem it as well. It's up to you. But this is Earnapp. The next program is Speedshare. Now, Speedshare is very, very new. As you can see, this release date. Now, this release date is backwards because the person that made it is from a different country, so they do it in different methods. So essentially, what this would be is this would be May 3rd, which was 7 days ago. But he's had some troubles with the program, but he's finally got it to somewhat work. As you can see, it's connected. It's not sharing anything right now, but it is connected and it is working. But as sooner or later, it will be starting to do traffic. He's kind of just doing tests right now. But the reason why I'm telling you this now is because I would say it would be best if you guys could get into this as soon as possible. If you are wanting to do this stuff, this stuff doesn't ruin anything, doesn't do anything. You're just making side cash. It doesn't, there's no like risk to this at all. So I would say do this as fast as possible too, because you never know when these numbers of how much money you can earn from Speedshare can go down. So that's why I'm gonna recommend you do this. Now, if for some reason Speedshare is not working or whatever, you can join their Discord. Just click on this Discord icon right here, join their Discord, and then just like sit in there and wait for like certain things to show up in terms of announcements and stuff like that. He's working on it as fast as he possibly can, and how much time he has. So once it's running, it'll run just as good, I would assume, as Earnapp. And then the final program. Now, there's a lot more than just these three, but I'm just showing you these three because I think these three are like some of the best. Now, Monetiser, I'm going to say Traffic Monetizer because it's easier. I wouldn't say this one's the greatest. As you can see, I've only earned about 2 cents in the last like couple days that I've done it, and you can see how much traffic I've done. It's not great for the numbers. You don't get paid really anything. I think you get paid 1 cent every 100 megabytes that you sell. With Earnapp, I don't even think that number is close to the same. I think Earnapp, I think you get paid, um, I think it's a fifth of a cent every like 10 megabytes or something. So I don't know if the numbers show up here. How much? No, they don't. Okay. But I would say that Traffic Monetizer, it's good. It's slow, but it's just something you can run in the background. And one thing I'm also going to say too is that some of these will run better on you, on your where you live or whatever. It kind of depends on the location. Like for example, like I live in Minnesota, right? Not everybody wants a proxy located in Minnesota, right? People probably want proxies in New York or Florida or Texas or even California, right? They don't want proxies in where I live right now. And so also, if you live in like the UK or something or Germany, maybe people want proxies in those countries, and that's why those proxies might pay a little bit better than or on traffic monetizer. Keep that in mind as well. Another thing you can do too is you can also download it on like Dockers and stuff and set up proxies and stuff like that. And if you pay for proxies, you can actually set up like Dockers with custom proxies and then set up a Docker so that these run through that custom proxy that you paid maybe like $3 for, and then you will get paid pretty much for not even using your own IP, if that makes any sense. But that's essentially Traffic Monetizer. Now, I'm just going to talk about a couple other ones that I'm going to link in the description if you want to check them out. I'm not going to recommend them just because they might have some bad quality IP quality scored problems, but I'm just going to link them in the description of this video. And I'll talk about them real quick too. So you probably heard of Honeygain before. Honeygain is essentially what this one, what I would say Honeygain was the person that started this all um, in the first place. I think I'm not 100% sure about that, but I do believe Honeygain was the first company that started doing this. We also have like Packet Stream. We have things like Spider. We also have Peer 2 Profits. We have IP Royals Pawns. Um, and there's a bunch of other ones that you can that are going to probably be coming out too as well. If you guys want, I can link a Discord as well that has a bunch of passive income methods and how to make just simple passive income with sharing, with bandwidth sharing, with SMS sharing, and a bunch of other stuff. I can link that in the description of this video as well, so that you guys can see how these other people make money just through passive income, just simple methods, by just sharing stuff. Um, the Discord has a ton of information. There's thousands of members in there that show payment methods, and they talk about the program and so on and so forth. If you want a little bit more information about each one of these as well, you can also join their own Discord. You see Earnapp has a Discord, Speedshare has a Discord. I would assume Traffic Monetizer probably has a Discord as well. So I'd recommend checking out all three of these and then checking out all the ones that I listed. And I'll just link that Discord in the description of this video as well. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video, and peace out.